Hey, today's video is about Paper. Paper is basically Figma, but for Claude Code or Cursor. Here you can see an example. We have Paper Desktop running, but then you can control everything via Claude Code, which is what you're seeing over here. And it's also really nice because you can very easily convert between your components and your code. You can see companies like Vercel use it, Z, Dub. So a lot of really cool products are using it. This is what the app looks like. When you get started, this is the demo project you'll get for the first time. You'll be able to download the app from paper.design/downloads. And then the next step, what you need to do is install an MCP server. If you want to install this in Cursor, you just click this button, which I actually did already, but now we're actually going to try it out in Claude Code. So we're going to copy this over. This is going to add the Paper MCP server scope user, which means it's for every project on a computer can access it. Usually it's scoped to the project when you add an MCP server. And here you can see the transport is actually local. This is going to go and connect to the Paper Desktop app. So I'm going to go and install it here. And now that we have it installed, we're going to open up Claude. I've opened up 4 windows over here in CMux. It's basically Ghosty running in the TMux style where we have 4 different windows. So we're going to do a few different demos. So I figured why not have a few different windows. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go and copy this prompt over to a terminal. So we're going to do an expense tracking app in Paper. Let's see what that looks like. You can see a demo like this is going to come out, but we'll see what that looks like for real. In the meantime, I'm actually going to run another few tasks running. So create a demo landing page for me in Paper, make it wow me. Let's see if it does a good job. Create a dashboard for me for a finance app. So let's go and do that. And create a design system for me for a social Twitter-like app. So I'm going to run all of these in parallel. I actually don't know what they're going to come out as. So let's see how that works. Over here, you can see the previous run that we have going. We have a design brief, a palette. This is Claude Code thinking through things, adding it to the Welcome to Paper app that we have. But let's go to the bottom. Okay, it's finished. Let's see what this looks like. So we're going to zoom out and see if we have it somewhere here. Oh, so we can see our other apps are actually being built. And here you can see our expense entry app, which is really cool. The design is pretty solid for that. And actually when I ran it before, I think it came out with a slightly different app. Here you can see these others are actually all working in parallel. And the cool thing about this Paper app is basically it's Figma. So everything you might be used to from Figma, you can see it looks very similar. Here I can go and change things, and I can actually go back and make some edits. Remove the upload section, put something else there instead. Let's see what happens when we do that. And you can see all of these are still running in the background. If we go back here, so hopefully that upload section will be removed. You can see our landing page, it's looking quite decent. Design with intention, create without limits. By the way, here we can see all our other components are coming together. The design system looks really cool and professional. I feel like you could have paid a designer of thousands of dollars to give you this exact same thing. Pretty cool and nice. And of course, it can be completely edited just like in Figma. This is what the landing page ended up looking like. And we're going to go and put this into React in a second with Tailwind. Here's the dashboard, and the other task is also complete. Here you can see split with, so that was gone and adjusted as well. So you have these really professional looking designs, and all we did was prompt it into existence. And for all of this, we can use the existing ecosystem of skills that Claude Code or Cursor already provide us with. So we could use the front end design skill to go and design all of this if we wanted as well. So I'm going to ask for an HTML page with this design now in my browser. So let's see how that works. And going back to Paper, I'm going to show you a few other things. So over here, I have this component, and what I can actually do is I can do copy as Tailwind or copy as React CSS. So I can literally just copy and paste it in. But I think what we'll also see in a second is that Claude Code can go and load this up for us as well. So we'll be able to open it in a browser. And wow, there you can see it's actually gone and done it. This is actually pretty amazing. Here you can see the button. I mean, yeah, this is just great, honestly. If we go and inspect the page, let's see what actually came out. So here you can see this just went and used HTML and CSS, but we could also have made it do it with React and Tailwind. You can go and build things like you can in Figma. It's the exact same thing. Here you can see on the side, we can go and change things. We can change the color. This is exactly the same as Figma, basically. But I went and put together this component as well because I wanted to see what it would look like if I just copy and paste it into a regular app. And here you can see this is exactly what it went and did. It came out exactly as I wanted, basically. And here you can see what was copied and pasted in. This is the background component. I'll just show you again as I did this before. So I'm going to do copy as Tailwind. I'm going to go into Cursor and I'm just going to paste it in. And you can see this is what it gave me. Now I'm going to undo some of this. And this is actually a component that I had pasted in before for the expense tracking app. You can see a top bar, amount hero, and so on. So this is actually React and Tailwind for basically the same thing as we just did. And here you can see this is the actual React code in our app. This is another variant. This is when I prompted it 20 minutes ago. And so this is version 1. This is the other version where we did it with regular HTML and CSS, and both came out very well. I actually want to see how the other apps come out if we go and do that in Claude Code. So I'm asking for an HTML version of all the screens that we designed just now. And what I also just went and did is I did right click, copy as React CSS. I went to Cursor, I pasted it in, and this is a real app. You can see it's running at localhost 3001. This is part of Inbox Zero, just a demo page I added. And you can see this is working perfectly as well, which is really nice. First time. It's not actually responsive, but other than that, it's pretty solid. Here you can see it needs some work to be responsive, but I think the concept at least is really cool. And this is actually the HTML version that just loaded up that we also prompted. And this is somewhat more responsive. It starts to struggle a bit over here, but it's better than the other version. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now I want to show you is that you can also get it to generate images. So if you do Command I, let's see if we can do that. And we're going to ask it to generate an image for us. So the prompt I've written is to create a beautiful ad for Inbox Zero, an AI email assistant that helps you reach Inbox Zero fast. You can see here there are different models you can use. Nano Banana Pro. Let's do a variety pack for this first. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. And yeah, you can see it's gone and started creating 4 images. And I want to actually try again because I'm curious what happens if we can do Nano Banana Pro. Let's do create image. So there's another image being created. And I hope soon they'll come out. Oh, here you can see the ads are starting, which, yeah, I mean, they look decent. Obviously, they need some work, but as sort of a first attempt, that's pretty cool. Let's see this one, Inbox Zero. You know, you could find designers that do worse designs than that. And then this one, probably of the 4, I like this one the best. But yeah, you can see, obviously, that was one-shotted. You could iterate on that quite a lot. Let's see what Nano Banana Pro comes up with. That might be the most impressive. Yeah, your fast track to calm the AI email assistant. I think that's pretty solid, honestly, as a one shot. That's not a bad graphic. I also find it interesting, like it knows the logo. Like, has AI picked up on the logo for Inbox Zero? Or it's just random that it happens to look quite like our logo text? Now, before we round off, I want to show you 2 more things. If I click on this image and I hit S, so I can give different effects. So here you can see this water effect of this image. If I hit S again, there is this liquid metal. I'm actually not sure how this works because I'm not sure it's related to our image at all. But you can see you can create these really cool effects and you can actually use them in your landing page. Here's like another version of that image that we created. And then one more thing, which is nice, is that the colors supposedly are consistent and accurate. Paper has the world's first uniform color picker that makes colors easy. And so if people aren't familiar with this, you can have one color in Figma and then another color on your website, and it's not one-to-one. It's actually quite annoying. We had this with the blues on our website where Figma was showing one thing and the website was showing something else, even though it was supposedly one-to-one on the hex code of what the color was supposed to be. And so if you're someone that's run into this issue like we did, that's quite a nice feature to have as well. And the very last thing, I want to show you this, create a design system in Paper from our existing code base. And you can see it started to analyze the code base. This is just regular Claude code. You can see it's grabbed our fonts. Now it actually struggled because apparently we've hit the weekly MCP tool limit in this video for Paper Pro. So we can't actually see what that would have looked like. But in short, like we would have been able to take our existing code base and then see what that looks like in Paper. And then we could have edited it in Paper and then put the code back into our project. So that's a really, really nice feature. I think one place where this comes up a lot, where it would have been really helpful for us when we're doing these demo design components, like we're doing a screenshot for a landing page, typically what we'll do is what's easier is to just take a screenshot. But what I often want to do is edit that a bit, edit the text that's on the page, hide some of the real emails which are there. And having it in Figma or Paper is just so much easier because I can just type and edit exactly as needed. And then it's not a screenshot. I can actually export it as a real image. a PNG or JPEG or whatever it is. Here's that Twitter social app that we were building, and these also really cool designs. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too much jumping about. We were running a few different things in parallel. This is how I'm coding a lot these days, and so maybe that leaked into the video a bit. But yeah, I hope you found it helpful. Let me know what you decide to build with Paper. I think it's a really useful tool. I could see myself upgrading to the pro version of it quite soon as well. And be sure to subscribe for future videos.